After Goku uses his mastered Ultra Instinct form for the first time ever in the series, Granola acknowledges that the Saiyans have grown quite powerful and that he underestimated their strength. Goku then asks Granola if he wants them to walk away so that he can train some more and spar again another time. However, Granola tells Goku that he's not hearing him correctly and that he's never said that he's lost. He explains that all he said was that he underestimated Goku and that he shouldn't have split his power at the start of the fight. Goku is shocked and asks what he means by splitting his power. Granola then replies that the Granola Goku sees standing before him is technically him, but it's also not. The scene shifts to Vegeta, who is frantically looking around for a secondary presence that he sensed earlier and spots a second Granola further in the distance. Goku is confused and tells Granola to explain himself, to which Granola responds that the entire time, Goku was just fighting a clone. Granola's clone then disappears, and Vegeta yells at Goku to alert him to where Granola's real body is. But when he looks back at the spaceship, Granola is gone. All of a sudden, Granola appears in front of Goku again and points his fingers right at Goku's heart. He clenches his fist and with just an inch of separation sends Goku flying across the entire forest, destroying the landscape. Goku looks defeated as he lies in a pile of rubble, and Granola starts to walk toward him menacingly. He explains that the only reason he used a clone was to save his strength for when he fights Frieza. As he slowly approaches, Vegeta comes down from above and stops him in his tracks. He says that he's impressed that Granola was able to pinpoint Goku's vital spots, and Granola tells him to move aside, stating that he's about to finish off Goku. Vegeta tells Granola that Goku won't be getting up for a while and to leave him alone. From this point onward, Vegeta will be his opponent. Granola says he doesn't mind fighting him because he's not picky about which one of them dies first, to which Vegeta responds by spitting on the ground, showing his disrespect. He says that if Granola wants to talk about death, he should join the rest of his tribe. Granola looks back at Vegeta in anger as Vegeta smiles and says that the only clan that will go extinct today is Granola's, setting the stage for part 15. After Vegeta gets hit with one of Granola's ki blasts underwater, the current drags him back onto land, and Granola meets him at the beach. He tells Vegeta that he didn't think Saiyans were this strong and that he underestimated them. Vegeta calls him arrogant, and Granola asks why he wouldn't be. After all, no matter how powerful he and Goku are, he still remains the strongest in the universe. Vegeta admits to Granola that, at the moment, his strength and techniques surpass his own, but he's still going to win. Granola looks at him like he's crazy and says that he's the one with an overinflated ego, to which Vegeta responds by telling him to stop yapping and continue on with the fight. The scene then shifts to Goku, who's finally waking up after getting knocked out. As he slowly awakens, his wound stings, and he yells out in pain. He looks around confused, and all of a sudden, Granola and Vegeta come flying in and start throwing punches right in front of him. Vegeta gets kicked down onto the ground and starts launching ki blasts toward Granola, who deflects them all easily. Using the smoke from the impacts, Vegeta appears behind him, and Granola launches another blast at him, saying that resisting is pointless. Vegeta dodges in time, and a city precious to Granola is hit and destroyed. Seeing his facial expression, Vegeta mocks Granola and asks him if he's sad about blowing up a city full of nostalgic memories. The fight continues, and Vegeta notices Granola is lacking experience. He asks him why he doesn't train, to which Granola said he doesn't have to. He then lands a knee straight to Vegeta's gut and tells him to witness the vast difference in power. Vegeta grabs onto his leg and, while elbowing it, says there's still no guarantee that he'll lose, no matter how powerful he is. Yelling in pain, Granola kicks Vegeta to the ground and tells him to give up. After recovering himself, Vegeta says that the outcome of a battle is never quite set in stone, and that's what he loves about fighting. This pisses Granola off, and he asks Vegeta how many people he's killed in his passion for fighting. Granola presses him, and Vegeta gives him some advice about being the strongest. He says that ranking each other's strength only reflects a brief moment in time, and that after someone surpasses you, it's nothing but history. Even now, as he fights, Vegeta says that he continues to grow stronger and stronger. Granola says that's a good enough reason to finish him off right now and aims for Vegeta's vital point. He lands a hit, and the Prince of All Saiyans drops back down to base form, coughing up blood, setting the stage for Part 17. After Vegeta gets stabbed in one of his vital points by Granola, he coughs up blood and drops back down to his base form, seeming to be defeated. However, he continues to stand still while holding Granola's arm in place and begins to laugh, saying that he's having fun and that it's been ages since he felt this way. Granola looks at him in shock as Vegeta says that there's no planet to protect and no people to save. Right now, it's just him, fully immersed in battle. He's in his happy place and says that he feels his battle-crazed blood pumping through his veins. Granola takes a few steps back, amazed that Vegeta can still fight. As he starts to power up again, Vegeta releases a huge amount of purple aura, which sends Granola flying away. Goku and the alien who invited them to fight Granola are amazed at how the fight is progressing so far. Goku mentions that Vegeta's ki has changed. Although it still feels like God ki to him, it's a little different. The scene shifts back to Vegeta, and his aura creates what seems to be a wall of purple fire all around him. Granola launches ki blasts at the wall, but to his surprise, they get absorbed within it. He yells out to Vegeta, asking what's happening to him. As the aura dissipates, Vegeta's new Ultra Ego form is finally revealed. He says that a god of destruction once taught him that power derived solely from instinct is unbounded. Granola asks him what that even means, and Vegeta answers by blasting him with a wave of energy. Right as the wave clears, Vegeta is already within centimeters of Granola's face. He grabs Granola's shirt and lifts him up, saying that his head's gotten too big and that it's time to take him down, setting the stage for Part 17. Vegeta unveils his new transformation called Ultra Ego in his fight against the strongest warrior in the universe, Granola. After unleashing a wave of energy that overwhelms Granola, Vegeta headbutts him and tells him to get ready for a dose of his tough love. He then throws Granola onto the ground, and Granola sluggishly recovers by rolling his body for a moment before springing up into the air. Unfortunately for him, Vegeta anticipates this move and hits him with a double-fisted punch. Granola crashes into a boulder on the ground, and within an instant, Vegeta is on his tail again, kicking him back up into the sky. Granola closes his eyes in frustration and prepares to launch ki blasts to maintain some separation, but when he looks down to aim, Vegeta isn't there anymore. Using instant transmission, the Prince of All Saiyans knees Granola in the head and sends him crashing down into the trees again. However, Granola comes flying right back at Vegeta and spears him in the gut. Although Vegeta is clearly hurt, he tells Granola that the hotter his battle soul burns, the stronger he gets. He then grabs Granola's head with both hands and throws him down into a nearby city. Granola tries to get up in the rubble, but he doesn't have time and gets hit hard once again. He's sent flying through multiple buildings, and Vegeta smiles as Granola wonders what's happening. He says that it's as if Vegeta is an entirely different person now and questions how he can get stronger by taking damage. He also has no idea what a god of destruction is, and as he's asking himself these questions, Vegeta appears right behind him again. Vegeta explains that in every universe, there are beings called gods of destruction, and that their universe has one too. Granola asks if that god is the one who granted him this power, to which Vegeta responds that it's his own power, innate to him. He explains that he has always had this strength dormant within him, and he was able to draw it out through intense training. Vegeta says he's grateful, and Granola gets irritated at the fact that Vegeta thinks he's going to win. Declaring it impossible, Granola prepares to launch another blast at Vegeta, setting the stage for Part 19. After Vegeta unlocks his Ultra Ego transformation for the first time in the series, he rushes at Granola and sends him flying across the ruins of an ancient city. Annoyed, Granola launches a blast at point-blank range, but instead of dodging, Vegeta takes it head-on. Granola is shocked by this, and Vegeta scoffs, saying that he's even more excited now. Granola then launches multiple attacks at Vegeta, who tanks every single one. As Granola continues firing, Vegeta uses the smoke for stealth and literally jump scares Granola. However, Granola manages to use his energy shield to block the attack just in time. He then asks Vegeta why he isn't dodging his attacks like Goku did, and Vegeta inquires if Granola is referring to Ultra Instinct. He dismisses that technique as pathetic compared to his own, stating that while Goku's body may have a mind of its own, he relies entirely on ego. In fact, he's going to name this form Ultra Ego. Vegeta then gets down on all fours like a track star and sprints towards Granola with incredible speed. With no time to dodge, Vegeta kicks Granola with both feet, sending him flying through the city once again. In the distance, Monito, a Namekian elder who is friends with Granola, watches and wonders who Granola is fighting. He guesses it might be Frieza, and the scene shifts back to Granola, who yells in disbelief that there's no way he's losing to some third-rate Saiyan grunt. Vegeta responds that he has no idea what stories Granola has heard. But Planet Vegeta wasn't wiped out by a natural disaster. It was by Frieza, who destroyed the planet by himself. As Granola listens in shock, Vegeta adds that the Saiyan tribe is yet another group pushed to the brink of extinction by Frieza. Granola regains his composure and says that even if it's true, it's no reason to call off his revenge against the Saiyans. He tries to punch Vegeta, but Vegeta doesn't move and takes the hit head-on. He tells Granola to believe what he wants, but he speaks the truth and doesn't want his pity. Vegeta then kicks Granola back into the air, and Granola recovers by using his scarf like Spider-Man to propel himself onto the roof of a building. His friend speaks to him through his communicator, vouching for the Saiyans, saying that Goku and Vegeta seem like victims who had nothing to do with raiding his planet years ago. Enraged, Granola tells his friend to be quiet and tosses his scouter away. He then jumps back down to the ground to confront Vegeta, setting the stage for part 20. After Vegeta toys with Granola in his new Ultra Ego transformation, Granola tosses his scouter away and prepares for round 2. Vegeta looks at Granola and asks if that red eye is a mark of his people. Instead of answering, Granola points out that at the beginning of the fight, Vegeta claimed he wasn't used to his power. Vegeta replies that he did say that because it doesn't seem like he's been through enough battles in his time. Granola then says he'll have to make up for that lack of experience now against him. Vegeta looks at him in confusion, and Granola tells him that he's not the only one who grows stronger the more he fights. Granola then uses his telekinetic powers to lift the huge building he was just standing on. He tries dropping it onto Vegeta, but Vegeta easily lifts it with one hand. He splits the building in half and asks Granola why he's trying to destroy the old city now. Granola doesn't answer and proceeds to throw everything within their range at Vegeta. After the impact, he uses his destructive ability to blow up the fragments, delivering extra damage. As the dust from the debris clears, Vegeta takes off his broken armor and says that if Granola is willing to go to any lengths to defeat him, then it's fine by him. He tells Granola to bring it on, and the scene quickly shifts to Granola's spaceship in the distance. It starts moving on its own and picks up the scouter Granola had tossed away earlier. We then return to the battle, where Vegeta and Granola are exchanging blows in mid-air. After Vegeta gets kicked in the stomach, he hits Granola in the head with both fists, sending him flying into the trees beneath them. Vegeta takes a moment to breathe and applies pressure to his injury. Although a lot of blood is leaking, Vegeta smiles and tells himself to keep it up so he can grow even stronger. A ki blast then shoots into the sky while he's hyping himself up, and Vegeta barely dodges it, though he does get grazed. Granola jokes from the ground that it looks like Vegeta can dodge after all. Or maybe he's finally reaching his limit. Vegeta smiles back and says that it's unwise to doubt a Saiyan's combat prowess as they live for battle, setting the stage for Part 21.